Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 27th day of May. Here we go. When you're at the Torah and you've been called up for your Aliyah, here's a few more laws that you need to know. When you say, first of all, when they show you the spot where your Aliyah is going to be read from, it is appropriate to acknowledge the spot. Some people gently, delicately kiss the spot, not by touching it with your hand, but with a talus string gently or something like that. Be careful not to scratch on the letters. We've taught you that on other occasions. But anyway, mark the spot with a gentle kiss, not touching it with your hand, and then it's time to say Baruch Hu and the bracha. When you say Baruch Hu and the bracha, it's not appropriate to look inside of the Torah. That would give the indication that the brachos are written in the Torah, and that's not true, and we don't want to ever give such an indication. Therefore, the best thing to do is, well, there are actually different variations. Some people roll the Torah shut, so now it's obvious that you're not reading the brachas out of the Torah. That's one option. Other people leave the Torah open but close their eyes. Obviously, you're not reading the brachas out of the Torah because your eyes are closed. Third option is that some people leave the Torah open but look to the side. Okay, ask your rabbi to indicate to you. Should maybe follow your family custom. If you don't know your family custom, ask your rabbi which custom he thinks you should adopt. The one I do, just for your interest, is the one where the Torah is rolled closed. Anyway, the brachos are then said, and then of course it's time for the Aliyah to start. The Chazan says Amen out loud. He should not start reading, of course, until he, I don't mean Chazan, I mean Balkori, but he should not begin reading until he actually sees in front of him the spot where he's going to begin the Torah reading, and he must have his eyes on the ksav, on the writing, all the while that he is doing the reading. It's inappropriate ever to read one of the words of the Torah Baal Peh, which means off by heart. You have to be reading it from the ksav, from the writing. Any of you who ever want to watch carefully, especially to try to help along an inexperienced Balkori, sometimes when they get to the end of their Aliyah and they're reading the last three words, the Balkori sometimes tends to do this. He'll go like, El B'nai Yisrael. You know, by the time he's saying that last word, Yisrael, he's looking away. That's inappropriate. He must be seeing each word as he is saying it. You, the Ola, the person who had the Aliyah, you should also be looking in throughout your entire Aliyah, not looking around and waving at everybody, but looking in. You're actually supposed to be reading. He's just reading out loud for you since you need help with the Torah reading, but you must be reading along. Thanks for logging on. We'll give you more tomorrow. Bye-bye.